Boom, 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 boom.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Nterludes Radio. I'm your host with the most, Jay Stillaz.
Phet, patamavong l'homme derrière la caméra.
Hey, unfortunately, our homeboy Tommy couldn't be with us right now. He had to leave, take care of some business. But I'm saying we still think about him. He's still part of the team. He's still here in spirit. And I'm saying and so today I had a little question for us a little subject that I wanted us to discuss. I wanted to talk about the fear of stopping one of the things that you do, one of your activities, and missing out on certain stuff. What I mean by that is that, let's say I'm a dancer right now. Not let's say, I am a dancer right now, And I know for myself, sometimes I have the fear of stopping, let's say, my practicing and all of that. If I stop practicing, I'm afraid of what it's going to do in my career. It's going to do to my career and all of that, But it shouldn't be as present, because I feel like sometimes when you stop, it gives you time to reflect, time to come up with some new shit, and time to get just, get some fresh air, a new breath from what you're doing, And I wanted to talk about that a bit and trying to get your opinion on that subject.
Bonne question, premièrement. Je vais répondre à ta question, mais pas en même temps, right? So, it's like, comment je peux appliquer ta question à ma vie? C'est plus pas par rapport à une activité ou une passion que j'entreprenais dans ma vie, mais plus comment j'attaquais la vie. So, I would behave in a certain way, right? So, la façon comment j'attaquais la vie. Et puis, à un moment donné, j'ai pris une pause, puis juste reflect. How should I attack life maintenant, right? D'une façon différente. C'est pas mal là que je peux peut-être relate à ta question.
And how did it feel for you to take a break? Was it scary? Was it?
Oh, scary as fuck. Yeah.
For what reasons?
But you know what? When shit feels scary, there's a reason why it's scary. And I think when you get scared, des fois c'est une bonne raison pourquoi t'es scared. Because you feel uncomfortable. And my brother brought that shit up to me recently. That you need to be familiar with getting uncomfortable. Because that's where the magic happens. A lot of the magic happens when you get uncomfortable. And the way you react to the way you feel, right, at that moment, tu vois comment, OK, shit, you know what I mean? C'est là que tu vois le growth. Comment t'attaques ce sujet-là. Mais ouais, pour répondre à ta question, c'est plus comment j'ai pris une pause, comment j'attaquais la vie d'une certaine façon. Et puis j'ai pris une pause, beaucoup de moments de réflexion. Et puis c'est vraiment... prendre une pause, puis comme, OK, maybe I should recalibrate that shit and attack life in a different way. Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, me, it's pretty much the same thing, but with dance, because I know at one point, it's like when you start practicing a lot, you get into a groove. You get into a groove. So you're always practicing. And without even knowing, that groove could be detrimental to your growth. I'm saying you think that practicing a lot is going to help you grow, but at the same time, practicing too much could make you stop growing, and it could make you stop your artistic practice. I'm saying, and that would be the biggest negative point. I'm saying,
Yeah,
I saw that. Right?
Yeah.
And
OK. Mais comme tu dis, comme quoi, practice too much is like too much?
Practicing too much could be detrimental to you.
How is it like bad to like practice too much?
Because you're only practicing and if you're not taking time to step back and take some time to do other things or to think about other things, you could have burnouts and you could grow out of love from your artistic practice.
Okay.
And we've
like
seen
work.
Okay. I'm saying, and we've seen it happen. Like, I know that dance is a passion for me, and it's something that I approach with love first.
Yeah.
And if I remove the love, then I might not approach dance the same way. And that's where c'est là que ça change, c'est là que ça change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that it is a scary thing for me to be like, yo, you know what? I've been practicing way too much and I've been doing way too many things related to my artistic practice to a point where I'm like almost reaching a burnout. So taking a break would be the smart move, but I'm also fearful about taking a break. I'm like, yo, if I take a break, am I gonna lose some skills? are people going to forget about me? Am I not going to be able to come back from that break? Am I, there's all that anxiety that comes up with that.
There's a reason why you take a break, right? You might not know at the moment why quand tu le prends, tu prends la décision de prendre le break, tu sais pas peut-être pour la raison que tu le fais. But there's a reason why, parce que ton cerveau est juste comme overload, on va dire.
Yep. But sometimes you don't know that in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes life forces you to take that break.
Yeah. C'est comme ton corps te dit de vomir, il vomit, right? Whatever it is. Mais là, quand tu feel que tu dois prendre un break, je pense que c'est comme pour les bonnes raisons dans le sens parce que ton corps te dit comme quoi I can't do that shit anymore. But that's up to you as comme personne responsable, on va dire, de reflect.
Yep.
Why am I fucking taking that break? And it's up to you to make it like beneficial to your life, right?
Yep. So I feel like it's important not to fear to take breaks from what you do sometimes, because it could be healthy. Like the same way that in musical compositions, there's something that we call a pause, and that's necessary for the music for the music piece to be coherent. The same thing needs to happen in your life.
Et même dans le cinéma, comme le gars il disait, je sais plus quoi son nom, il disait comme quoi la magie se passe dans le silence.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. See? And I feel like this whole COVID thing that we're living right now is a break, a needed break. I mean, I'm going to speak for me because I can't speak for everybody. But I know that when COVID first started, I felt pressured to post things online because all the dancers I knew were posting things online. Everyone and their mama was dancing in the kitchen. Like, ooh, I'm in the kitchen. And every day they were posting shit. So I'm like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Like, should I be posting as well? Should I be, And from that type of pressure, I'm not going to say that I grew out of love, but I didn't feel like I didn't want to dance anymore. So I took a break for about a month.
Tout ça, comme ça.
It made me take because I didn't find the purpose in dancing and practicing anymore because the only thing that you were seeing was online battles and things like that, and I didn't want to participate.
Le fait que tu te comparais aux autres.
Yep. From that social pressure, from like, yo, every time I go online, I see someone dancing in their kitchen.
Well, that's like, parce que c'est vrai dans la vie, comme tu te compares aux autres.
Yep.
Puis des fois, t'es comme shit.
Yep.
Comme bon, puis c'est peut être pas bon, tu sais, c'est comme compétition wise, c'est comme, yeah, man, moi je suis comme, yeah, fuck it. Moi, meilleur que lui. Pour ça, tu peux te downgrade toi-même.
Yeah. And from that, it made me take a break from dance, bro. I was like, yo, you know what? If I don't feel like dancing, I'm not going to dance. I'm not going to force it. It was like in April. Started in April.
This year?
Yeah, it was still live. It was live.
Don't film no fucking video, pito.
Okay. But then I took a break, and then I told myself, yo, when I'll genuinely want to dance, I will dance again.
Yeah.
So it took me about a month, and after a month, I had that itch. I was like, yo, I got to dance. I got to fucking dance, bro. I got to fucking dance. And then after a month, I started back dancing, but just because I loved it so much and not because I wanted to post something online or not for the pressure that I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? And then that gave me a fresh start again. Like, oh shit, that's a wave. Oh shit, those are tuts. Oh shit, that's Brucka.
Would you say like, tu sais, on parle de la danse maintenant, mais je pense que ça peut peut-être s'appliquer à d'autres
activities or anything that you do, yeah.
Tu sais, dans la vie, genre d'autres
other fields.
Mais comme quoi, dans le fond, prendre un break, même de ta passion, on va dire, ça peut être beneficial, right?
Yep.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Pas dire que tu give up, c'est vraiment juste comme... Oh.
Exactly, right. Bro. Just knowing when to say, you know what? Let me take a step back and reorganize or just not even think about that and do something else,
Yeah.
So that you come back with even more energy and even more love for what you do. I'm saying when you love something, you shouldn't fear letting it go. Because if you really love it, it'll come back. Bars, all right?
Shit.
But those are bars that already exist, but, I just flip it in a way. In your hand.
God damn. Mais cool, okay, cool. All right, nice.
Yeah, yo. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share with y'all today. Yeah. I'm saying? Yeah, yo. Yeah. Boom.
So, what's up?
So, now, y'all, hey, Tommy. Hey.
Tommy, where you at right now?
So, yeah. My fellas, Phet is going to go back behind the camera, and we're going to have our next guest. So stay tuned. Don't touch that dial, We got something special coming up. Oh, and he's gone already, but he left his cup.
Fitted cap, trench coat with a pair of Jordan, turn the boats moving by, glides, keeping them afloat, Got crust die cause you were trying to follow. Well, all bad, we got no ice to borrow. Light camera action with movement capture, alter reality, picture frame dissect the higher of melanin in that intro chapter. The catamaran captain and cap locks caption hyphen. Find a pause in this let's-o moment. Let's applaud cause this Wednesday is golden. Who would have thought that that day was chosen? Interludes of a life, what's happening? Yeah.
So at one point in your career, you take a hiatus from there.
Yes.
You go on a hiatus. I'm saying?
Yes.
So I want you to tell us about that hiatus, like the way that you broke down your dance career. You broke it down into 3 eras, and I feel like we could try to break down your hiatus in 3 eras as well. So before, during, and after.
Okay.
That's how I like to call them. I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you right now is, what was going on before you took your hiatus?
What was going on before? Well, slightly before, I think I went to a little rough patch. I mean, it was nothing close to what I went through when I started my locks. Like it was nothing anywhere close to that. But I went to a little rough patch. But the thing for me is that, like I said before, I had this resentment. I didn't feel like I felt that the talent, the artistic thing that I had to give, the skills, like I felt like the whole package of my artistry was not where it was supposed to be. Not like what I had to give, but where it was supposed to, like, it wasn't celebrated the way that it was supposed to be celebrated. And art is not about being celebrated. It's about manifesting yourself and, you know, and manifesting your existence. But that's how I felt. Because I felt like I left one stone unturned. Because like, I'm doing different things, but I always wanted to do that, be the guy that's like battling and traveling. I always wanted to do it. And I've put all this energy and this time and I still haven't done it. And it's not to be like, oh, that's what I want for the rest of my life. It's just I wanted to do it, you know? And I'm hard-headed like that. It
was part of the bucket list.
Yeah, it was part of the bucket list. And I'm hard-headed like that. I'm like, all right, cool, I want to do this. I don't care how long it'll take, but I'll do this thing. If I have a goal, I have to achieve it, or it's like I can't sleep kind of thing, you know? It's like I have to achieve this thing, you know? Sometimes it's obsessive, sometimes it's healthy, but whatever. And I think I fell in that kind of state. And I remember I had my show myocarditis, and I got more into that. And then I had a flop with myocarditis. I remember we performed it internationally, and we weren't ready. The show was a good show. Like, when we had it ready, it was a solid show. But when we performed it, it still wasn't ready, and there was a lot of like hiccups, and it's like one of the worst flop, or I think the worst artistic flop in my whole life. It's like, and that put me a bit more under, and then that's it, man. I was in a place where I was like, let me just, make money by being in the studios more, and I started to work way more in the studios, even though I always did work in the studios, but I started to work way more in that.
Invest your time more in that.
Invest my time more in that. For example, like being at the Rebelle et Vagabond and constructing the choreographic style of C4, like building their identity. I was just more in that. And not putting my desires in the forefront and just tagging along in people's projects instead. Right?
So helping other people's visions more than yourselves.
I think I kind of gave up on myself a bit at that time. You know?
Wow.
I think I was like, it's not possible. And I remember I had this, because I was getting older too, and I remember I had this conversation with, you are also part of that solution of like me coming out of that weird situation, but also there's I have to talk about Zig a bit. So as I'm working there, I was like, dude, I think I still want to do the battle thing, but I'm older. It's like, yo, dude, around that age, dude, it's like kind of done. Focus on your event, your festival. It's like you're older. It's like people that age don't come back. Like you're gonna get older, your body's gonna hurt more. Like it's not. It doesn't happen like that. And I was like, I bet.
That was like that was the challenge. That was like the okay. So
you don't believe that I can do that?
Okay. So that's where your mind is. Okay, so you're challenging me. Okay. But so you were still quite busy during that time. So like you said, you were performing Myocarditis internationally. Yeah. I remember seeing your show at Summer Dance Forever.
That's where we flopped. That's where we really flopped. I'm all right with that. Like it happens. Every artist flop here.
Yeah,
and there.
yo, you gotta lose to win. I'm saying you gotta lose to appreciate what winning is like. I'm saying,
or just be grateful and just appreciate the taste of winning all the time. Like
straight.
It's like, straight, yo, dude, like just be like, yo, winning, yeah, nice. Like
straight. And at that time, we're still at the before. At that time, how much space did dance take in your life?
How much space it took in my life? I don't feel like it did take much space, but I know that I was getting more interested into music. That's for sure. So, because I mean, I always wrote rhymes. Started to write rhymes when I was 14, but in like on and off, like on and off. And I'm talking about on for a while and then off for a big while. Yeah. And I remember there, I was just like starting to like really get more interested into, or not more interested, but on the side, writing rhymes, vocals, like singing, and just like working a bit more on those things for myself. Like I didn't let people know that that's what I was doing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So now we covered the before. All right. Now during, what triggered that switch?
Resentment. It's literally resentment, feeling like a black sheep. In this, like I remember Stokos at a certain point, he had a conversation with me, and he said to me in French, like, "T'es vraiment aigri,"
Which meant
aigri is like sour. Your bitter. Your energy is, your I sense it, and you have to pass that because that's something that's blocking you. I remember having a conversation with him at a certain time, and I was bitter. I was definitely bitter at a certain time because I felt my career wasn't going in the direction I wanted to go. And I felt like I worked so hard. I pushed so hard. I really did. I knew that at a certain time, maybe not now, but I knew for like a good 10 years, is like there wasn't much people in the city that was training as hard as I did. Like, if not, like I would easily put myself as like at a certain era, like the dude that was training the most, because I was not the most talented. I was just a hard worker. Like I was being at Urban Element Studio. I had the keys. I was just like literally train all night, go back home, shower, take a nap. I remember I was working as a security, like do a bit of bouncer work, then boom, go back. I would just like
always
constantly train, film myself, study, notebook. Like I was just pushing because I really wanted that. And then I realized I came to a certain age and I was like, yo, this will never happen. Like I can't, it seems like there's a ceiling and I can't break through that ceiling. It's like it doesn't work. Like it doesn't work. Is it like my style? Is it my approach or whatever? It's because it was a goal that I wanted. Like I didn't only dance for that, dance for many other reasons, but I felt like I didn't achieve that. That was like a dream that I had when I was younger. And it's like that kid was still in me. He's like, I want that. I still want to do it. Even if it's for a year or two, I still want to do that.
So you had resentment from not being able to reach that goal.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I was like, and you get the pressure too, it's like, oh, was it a waste of time? And then, people that are very close to you, like family members, like that can be close and they can talk you down and into your process. It's like, yo, dude, you're still doing your dance stuff. Like, and you know how it is.
Yep.
And you have to go against against that negative flow of energy that's coming towards you, you know?
Especially if that negative type of energy is with you at home constantly. You know, like let's say you go and practice the entire day, then you come back home, and then you get that type. You're greeted with that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's not always the best thing. You know
yeah. So it's like all those things, man. It's like it was a lot of. Yeah, I think I was just like giving up on myself. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, it's giving up. It's not like to stop dancing. I still wanted to dance. I'm just like, okay, this dream, I'm going to throw it to the garbage. Okay. And doing that too created pain and resentment. I was like, man, I really wanted that.
That's the thing.
And it's like, okay, I'm going to give up on myself. Well, you still didn't do it. It's like, maybe you have to be realistic. And that's what I was doing. My hiatus was me doing this. Like, all right, cool. I'm going to put it away and I'm going to be all right. And it's all good, man. I mean, you could still continue to dance. Like, it doesn't mean it's just you're not going to do that. You know, you're going to be realistic.
But it showed that that dream had a lot of importance on your list because we stopped seeing you as frequently. We weren't seeing you like on the international stage. We weren't seeing you at battles. Like your presence wasn't as felt. You know? So yeah, it was a testament of how important. Like, although you say that wasn't the only reason why you were dancing, but it still had some kind of importance. Yeah,
but also it's because the dance spaces are often in areas that was like that. Or most of the dance spaces that you would see each other or folks in street dance is either in battles, in a practice, cypher practice or whatever, or in a certain club and whatever. But if there's that kind of resentment, I kind of was trying to stay away from all the spaces because I didn't want it to make me feel more bitter or revive something. And I was like, I wanted that fire to fully die so that the dance could just be the dance without having to trying to achieve that. But the majority of the spaces that we would meet dancers in the city, most of the time it's a contest, a battle, an event.
All places where that
energy is still there.
Yeah.
You know, so if I go in a session and I just want to get down a little bit, chill, it's like, oh, it's monster, so I can't. It's like there's that pressure. It's like, oh, people want to see that out of you. Like, yo, what's up? No. Or maybe somebody might call me out. I don't know. Like the energy is, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna have a regular life and just dance. You know, for myself. Damn. I mean, dancing for myself, but dancing without this energy.
So at one point you start taking a break from being that present in the scene, and that's like the start of your hiatus.
Yeah.
And do you notice at one point that you're in that phase of your life, like you're actually taking the hiatus from dance? Do you notice that?
I don't know if I realized quite well. I think I was just going through the motion. I was just going through the motion, doing my work, and I was super into, like, I was working a lot at the Rebelle et Vagabond, you know, like, so I was fully into that. I was doing a lot of choreo work, and it didn't really come to realization because I gave that up, you know? You know? It's like, okay, cool, dance is not going to be that career. It's just going to be more of a hobby, or if it's a career, it's going to be more like as a choreographer or for creating my own dance company. But I'm not going to put it so much in the forefront and trying to do this kid's dream that I used to have. So I don't think I realized I was in a hiatus. For me, it was just like the reality is that I don't need that energy anymore.
Yeah. Got you. And during that time, how was your mental health and your physical health?
My physical health was off. That was a bit off. I mean, it's weird because like I have a bit more weight now, but I'm way more healthy than I was, like, let's say in 2015 or 16. You know, at that time I was still drinking. At that time I was smoking cigarettes, like. And that's like I started to smoke cigarettes in 2014 and stopped in 2000. It was a weird, like, late in my life. Like, I don't know. That was some weird stuff. So it's like physically, I was definitely not the healthiest. I was definitely not.
And mentally?
And mentally, I think it's just a blah. When I look back, it's just like a more of a, right? Day to day. Let me do this. Let me do my work. Let me go to the studio, dance studio. Let me do this. It was more of a blah than anything. It's like a flat line.
Got it.
I didn't feel like a high. It didn't feel like a low.
Yeah, like people still wanting you to like show up to events, or like when you would show up to events, people would still be showing love and asking questions and all of that.
Yeah.
Was that still fuel? Like, was that still a fuel for you to go back to that goal that you wanted?
Going back. Okay, I thought you were saying if it was a goal to the hiatus. I think that was definitely that, because it was such distance and people didn't see me for a while, and seeing that and hearing that from folks made me realize, like, oh snap, like, you know, I was always a bit patriotic about the city, and I'm like, oh snap, this like, it's like calling Batman, this city needs me.
The sign was in the sky.
The sky, like a big.
The sign was in the sky.
A big M in the sky. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm in a meeting. It's like, I gotta go. You know what I mean? No, but it's like,
Oh, shit.
but and that's the conversation that we had. You know, can we jump to that,
You want to jump to the after?
or are we still in that?
Boom, let's go. Let's jump to the after, bro.
So that's the conversation that we had in at the Sunlix party, right? And then you were like, yo, like, we need you back. It was simple as like, yo, we need you back in the scene. It's like, it's needed, you know, your presence. And I think also Venom's presence too was also, I think Venom 2 was like out too.
Venom, we weren't seeing Venom, like a lot of people that we were looking up to when we were coming up. We weren't seeing them in battles as much anymore. Like people like Namo, even Boom Beast, they weren't as present. I'm saying, like, if you look at footage from like Chaos Unleashed 2 or Chaos Unleashed 3 or 4, those people like Boom and all of them, after a few like Chaos Unleashed, they weren't there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that was missing. That energy, and also that, like, you guys, I know for myself, I was like competitive in a sense where I was like, yo, one day I want to battle like Green, or I want to battle Monster, I want to battle Venom, I want to end up in the finals against those dudes. But then they're not in the scene anymore. Yeah. So it's like, where does that go? Where does that motivation go?
It's for sure we left the gap, I think. And it's weird. It's like, because everybody kind of like got into a hiatus for their own reasons, you know? Like, I think Boom was like starting to focus more into cooking.
Shout out to La Belle Tonquinoise. If you're hungry, go there.
Namo was just like living his couple life. I think he just started to get with his girlfriend or something, I think. And his job too, you know, like he, you know, and being busy with his job. But yeah, for sure, like when we had that conversation at the Solix party it was New Year's Eve 2016. So it was like December 31st going to the 1st of January 2016 to 2017. So I remember that, you know, we're in the party and and people are dancing and ciphers, and I start going off, and I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm starting to wild out.
And talk shit at the same time. You gotta say that. And talk shit at the same time.
You know, and I'm like, yo, and I'm getting hype, and I'm dancing, and I'm reconnecting to something that I wasn't connected to for 2 years, if not a little bit more. I was totally disconnected to that. I was like, oh, snap. I'm back, you know? Like, it felt like something is back. And then I remember you were like, yo, if, you know, we need you guys back, blah, blah, whatever. And I didn't know. I kind of was like, yo, okay, cool. So I need to train back, bro. I'm rusty. Like, I need to like practice. I need to practice again and just get back to it.
Off.
Yeah. So I was living in Saint-Henri, and I was like, okay, cool. Come to my place every morning, like around 6, and let's just like session, train, and do stuff. And that's why I say that you play a big part, because you showed up For how long? Was it for like 2 months?
Fam, we started, it was cold. We ended, it was hot.
So it was,
And winter time in Montreal is a long time.
It's true. And it's winter. Because so basically we started in January and we ended up like in June, I think.
Yep, around Cloud Cypher.
Around Cloud Cypher. Exactly. That is so true.
Yep.
So that's like mid-January. So February, March, April, May, June. So it was 5 months. And you were showing up almost every, I mean, I think you missed maybe 4 times max? Max? And every morning showing up. After that, we moved it to Urban Element.
Yep, true that.
Right.
True that.
But because I wanted to bike, so it like kind of gave me a bit of a challenge to bike. But you were showing up and I remember, dude, like winter, -30. I remember there was this huge snowstorm. Like, you know, the Montreal snowstorms, right? Huge snowstorm. I look at my window, I can't see nothing. And I'm like, he's not coming. He's not coming through. 15, 20 minutes late. And he shows up. I'm like, fuck. There's a huge age gap between us. But it's like, but it doesn't mean anything because in 2017, he literally dug me out of the crypt and did some necromancer magic and brought me back from the dead. You know, no, but literally, you know, that sounded kind of dark, but whatever. But let's say that in a positive way, you know. Yeah, like you brought me back from the dead, and it's like this dude is younger than me, way younger than me, but it doesn't mean anything, you know. Artistry just connects. You know what I mean? This thing is circular. So there's a moment where I inspired him, you know, like the moment's like, yo, Monster is the leader, nah. But then after that comes a point when he inspires me or kind of gets me back up to like get back to my dance train. I'm shedding weight. I'm learning how to glide. I never knew how to glide before. We're practicing tuts.
You got me into tuts and connecting and all that. Because I wasn't tutting like that.
He didn't know how to tut at all, bro.
Oh,
at all. Like, okay, dude, first off, you trace.
Man, I had to learn my ABCs, okay? That's how I'm going to put it. I had to learn my ABCs of tutting and connecting, you know? But also just taking your classes at Côte de Neige, that's what actually brought me back into Bruck-Up. Because the whole thing about... I think we were working on taking your time and stretching out your movement and all of that. And also just the exercises of like, okay, cool, I'm going to put my fingers here. Then you got to push against that force.
Yeah.
Put it here, push against.
Yeah.
Put it here, push against.
Yeah.
And just that way of moving brought me back to whoosh.
Yeah.
Whoosh. That way of motion that I had learned 7 years prior, but that I couldn't really push, you know, because there were no classes or anything like that. And the people that I was getting Bruck-Up from, they were in their teenage years or young adults. And it was like, they had other things to do than to hang with a young kid. But yeah, bro, so taking classes with you is actually what brought me back to this Bruck-Up essence. Because also I was like, yo, the way that like Bruck-Up dances, glides and all that, I want to move like that.
Yeah.
And you were always the dude who would be like, yo, bro, if you like this shit, go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was a huge catalyst to me digging back into what I call my roots. Because growing up in Little Burgundy, we were already connected to the dancehall culture and all of that, you know. So putting the popping type of movement on top of the dancehall beat, it made perfect sense. You know what I'm saying, to me. But yeah, yo. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Yo, vice versa, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the inspiration is there. And everything is circular, like I was saying. And in the circular part is that from you showing up every morning within the winter, whether it was like -30, snowstorm, raining, whatever, and sticking to like, let me show up. And you didn't have to, you know what I mean? It's like you didn't have to. And I think you also knew that it was beneficial for me, you know? It's like, oh shit, I need to train, I need to get back to it, you know? Gets me to, after that, I get an opportunity from the homie Ramon from Russia to go for a camp. From this camp, let me stay a little bit in Europe, and I go to Summer Dance, and I win Summer Dance, which brought me back to the international circuit just like that. Just like that. And then keep pushing. I'm sure that inspired you like, yo, I can get there. And then vice versa again. I'm inspired. I'm like, I'm watching you move. I'm like, oh, he's pushing movement. So it's circular. Because like you inspired me on that. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I went and did my thing out there. It's like I can be out there too. Then you go out there, you do your thing in New York, and then you coming back with movement that is with, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, like you couldn't tut. And I'm watching you tut and doing concepts. I'm like, this dude literally surpassed me in tutting, like solidly. I mean, I have layers though.
Oh, my fault.
I have layers though. I had to.
But yo, your comeback is like it's like one of the greatest comeback that we've seen in street dance. And I hear a lot of people saying that they're inspired from that. And you've also told me that, some people came up to you and were like, yo, bro, your comeback.
Frankie from France was like, he was like, dude, never I remember he took me on the side, like, and it wasn't even at Summer Dance. It was, we were at the week in Italy, and we had a conversation. And it's like, dude, at the age that you are, coming back, normally people at that age, when they drop the ball for 2-3 years, it's done. And even if they're trying to come back, it's hard and they can't get on top of that mountain again. Dude, you got on top of on top of the mountain, meaning like part of the top dudes.
Yep.
Like that, bro. Like, and you came back solid. It's like, he's like, dude. And he told me that he never really seen that before, I remember Frankie telling me that.
That's a rare thing. That's a rare thing, you know what I'm saying? And from that, I wanted to ask you, do you have a piece of advice for people who are kind of in the same situation as you were back in the days, or people, who are in the same age group as you and feel like, it could be dead for them in that sphere of dance?
I mean, I think the advice, it's like, never give up. No, that's not the advice. The advice is actually to, whenever you get to this place, reconnect to those things that are like intrinsic to you, that is like connected to you. Like, what do you really love? What movement do you love? What style? What music? Go back to those places that created you, and fall in love with that. Find that love and then create from that place. It's like whenever you hit that wall, you just have to kind of go back to those certain. And that, I think that's what happened, because when we were practicing, I was like, oh yeah, I like tuts. Oh, I always loved glides. I always wanted to have glides. Like going back to things and without having any goal in mind. I was just like, just for the sake of artistry and skill and pushing my aptitudes in that. You know what I mean? And then I remember, this is just off topic, I remember also achieving that comeback and doing all of this. And then Zig was like, yo, bro, you shut me up. And then actually, and you know what? I think he even apologized, and I fully understand, because he's like, he apologized because it stemmed from his fear, because when there's a time where he's like, oh, he was too old, and I think it kind of hurt him too, and he was around that same place that I was, and then he took a different direction, because he's like, I'm too old, it's not going to be possible, whatever. But I think he just reflected his reality, but not from an ill intent, just from an intent of like, oh, I want you to be good, and I don't want this to like eat your mind. Just let it go, bro. We at that age. I remember when I hit that age, that's what happened, and it's all good.
Speaking from his reality, like
from his reality, because like Zig was, and he still, but like was in his prime body. There's a moment, sickest b-boy in the city, and if not, one of the sickest or the sickest in
part of
Canada.
that conversation.
Yo, dude, if he wanted to, he could have. If he wanted to, but then he came to that certain age. It's like, too old. I don't think it's gonna, And I did it, and I proved him wrong. But also, he told me that inspired him. He's like, all right, cool. It's never too late to do whatever, to achieve whatever.
Say that again.
It's never too late to do whatever or achieve whatever.
Preach on, brother. Preach on, brother. Now I got a final question for that segment. If you could go back and tell yourself something, what would it be? If you could go back to that specific moment,
like to my younger self, or that moment where I was
moment in your hiatus.
trust the process.
Boom. Plain and simple.
Simple as that. Because it's the process of the hiatus that got me where I am right now. If I didn't have that break, I wouldn't like appreciate it even more, achieving the things that I've achieved. If I didn't have that break and that questioning and those fears and that like pain, pain more like, okay, resentment, letting go of something. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't appreciate it. I wouldn't, like, my mindset totally changed when I got back. I was like, yeah, I'm in a place where it's like I'm doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
You know, and I think maybe at that time where I wanted to get to that level, it wasn't for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Now it happens by itself. It's not even forceful. Like I'm not doing much. Like I just went to summer dance and did the jam. Like, oh, let me just try it like this. I don't really care.
Yeah, he just won. Yeah.
No, but remember, I was like, yeah.
I remember. I totally remember.
Like, I don't know if I'll pass prelims. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll lose first round. Whatever. Like when I started to have that kind of mentality, this is where like a lot of doors start to open. I was like, oh snap, okay, let me go to Japan. Oh, Japan, I did pretty good, man. Okay, cool. We'll see how it goes. And then, oh no, oh, you want to do this contract, and the things start happening by itself. And I realized like sometimes we are sometimes our worst enemy.
Yep.
And it's not like physically the movement or the artistry. It's just like the paradigm in our mind.
Yep.
And if we keep putting that dark clouds, like, oh, you know, and the moment that I start to take that away and just be like, all right, cool, let me just go with the flow. I mean, I know where I'm trying to head, but you know, not put too much pressure. Things start to manifest itself, you know,
boom, boom.
and just happen, and then travel, and then this, and then that, and moving here and there. At a time and at a moment where people were like, yo, yeah, it's done for him, like, you know. So it's trusting the process, you know.
True.
You know, trusting the process. In that would have been my advice, and maybe an extra one is like, but you could still do some work though. Like, you know, you could still keep working. Well, no, actually, no. If I would have done that, my mindset still would have been the old mindset that I had. So no, trust the process. Yeah.
Boom. And I remember you telling me something about you, like, being afraid of letting go of everything that you had going on, but you eventually taking that decision and then reaping the benefits of taking that decision, you know? It's like you had so many things in your hands that you were like, yo, I'm afraid if I let go of all of those things, I don't know what's waiting for me in the other room, you know what I'm saying? But you eventually took that decision and decided to, boom, let go of everything. So then your hands were free and ready to accept new things.
That is so true, and I didn't voice that, but I know I spoke to you multiple times about this. It's because I was working, and I remember I was working and I was switching apartment, and I'm working in the studio, and that's where I get all my money. Like, well, not all my money, a big chunk of my money, money. You know, I didn't get all my money there, but like a big percentage. Like I was working a lot of hours, and then when I go back home, I think about stuff. I'm like either working at the studio or working home, thinking about things. So it's like, you know, a good chunk of my revenue was coming from there. And I just made a leap. I let it go. I was like, I'm in a different place. And the moment that I let it go, I was afraid, because it's like, what's next? What's going to be my work? Okay, I might have to do a different career. What am I going to study in something? What am I doing? You know? And I let it go at the end of the summer, at the beginning of the summer. I go to Russia, and then the summer dance thing happened, and then I get called to like come and judge and be a battle guest, and then things start to go off like that, you know? But it was a very crucial moment. It's a bit like the locks, you know? I was afraid. I was like, I can't let go of this. But I also felt like it was a crutch. I was like, this is a crutch because this is a safe space, like something where you feel super comfortable, but you know that is not your full potential. In the contrary, you're limiting your potential by staying there. And I knew that. I was like, okay, I'm limiting myself. I'm staying in the studio. You're limiting yourself. You're playing it safe. You know you have more to give, or more to not necessarily achieve, but you know you can expand more. And the moment I dropped this, I was super afraid. But then life was like, I got you. And then a lot of blessings came in. A lot of blessings, which I'm super grateful for. Like, I'm grateful for that. And I'm at a place where it's like, I don't have to continue on that path. Like, if I want to continue on that path, I'll do it. But I'm like, I did it. Like, it's like, okay, cool. I've turned that stone. I did it. I can continue doing it, but I did it. That kid in me that wanted that dream, it's like, we did it. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. We did it.
Boom, off the bucket list.
Yeah.
Boom. Yo, super inspirational, bro. Super inspirational. Yo, thank you for sharing all of that with us.
Yeah,
like, that was a lot of personal stuff, a lot of personal stuff, and a lot of things that people don't get access to. And the whole Nterludes team, we thank you for, sharing that with us. Like, that's a lot of generosity right there. So if we move on to our next segment that we call Talk the Dance. Talk the Dance, know what I'm saying?
What's Talk the Dance?
Talk the Dance. Talk the Dance is this, all right? So we're going to play one of your performances, and we want you to talk to us as if we weren't dancers. And we want you to tell us what was going on mentally, physically.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? In what we're about to see right now.
Are we watching the video and then we talk about it after?
And we talk about it as we watch it.
As we watch it.
As we watch it. Know what I'm saying?
Okay. Talk the Dance, yo.
Talk the Dance.
All right, cool. Okay.
Boom. So first of all,
pause.
First of all, where you at?
I'm in Amsterdam Summer Dance Forever 2013.
Sheesh.
So already there, I think my round is about to start, right?
Yeah, your round's about to start.
So I'm in the semis against Cristo, and for some reason, every time I would battle Cristo, he would give me problems. Like, I think his style and my style, because sometimes it's like rock, paper, scissors, you know, so it's like certain style.
One beat the other, yeah.
And his style would give me problems. I don't know why. Like, at that time, it's like I would battle him and give me a lot of problems. And I remember it was 3 rounds, and then after that, I think we had 2 tiebreakers, right?
Wow.
Was it 2 or 1?
I think so. I think there was 2, bro.
That's the second one or the third one?
That's the second one.
Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. So we had 3 rounds, then we had a tiebreaker, and then that's the second tiebreaker, right? And then I remember before that round, as you can see...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right here.
Let's go.
So you can see here, that was Bruce. Bruce comes up. Bruce Sonnet, creator of Juste Debout.
Sheesh.
So, I mean, always show me love. One of the first people I got to connect in France. So, dude comes through. He's there behind me. He's like, yo, dude, trying to remember how I've seen you in Montreal. I've seen you dance in Montreal. And trying to remember that vibe that you had in Montreal. And I understand you in summer dance, whatever. But do you, like, I remember, like, you love, like, animated stuff, mechanical stuff. Like, do what you love. Because he felt like I was trying to play different cards, but my different cards didn't make sense. You know, he's like, yo, just do you. You're overthinking this. Just do you. You're trying too much. Like,
adapt to the terrain.
You know what I mean? I was just trying to, like, be a jack of all trades. Like, oh, maybe do this. No, that doesn't work.
No pun intended.
Maybe try that. Nah. And I think he understood that, and he was like, yo, do you, man. Do that mechanical, like, sit in your pocket. Do you. And it's true, because Cristo is just doing him. He's just... And I'm here trying to play different cards. Like, okay, I can do this. That doesn't work. Let me try this card. That doesn't work. You know? And it's like, and I thought about this, and I remember, like, yeah, and how do I feel in Montreal? I was like, oh, yeah, I know how I feel in Montreal.
Whoop, switch.
And the switch was there. And the music was perfect, too, because then it was like...
45 seconds.
You know, electronic music.
Shit.
Yeah. And the focus was there. Like, my focus, like, I felt like me on the Matrix. I saw the numbers.
Yo, we see it in your face, bro.
Flatlining my mind. Trying to figure out the music on the spot. Like,
so you didn't know that beat?
I didn't know that beat. I'm just, like, trying to, like, and then keep cool, understand the pattern of the beat. Freestyle here.
Hit them with some floor shit.
And at that moment, I'm like, yeah, it's done. I got it. And then
at that moment, you're like,
I was like,
if you need,
it's
done.
Like, the round was done at that moment. You could see that little smoke in my face. I was like, yeah, I got it.
And we're like 20 seconds in the round.
Yeah, I got it. You see my smile? I don't care how much your arm's gonna like. I got this. This one is mine. He got me before, like, you know, like at UKB watching, but at that moment, I was like, I hit that elbow, and everything was quite like, I didn't try to throw any bars. Like there was no like, oh, I've practiced this to move a practice. No, it was just like how I felt. I felt like Neo in the Matrix, seeing the numbers, flatlining, everything was aligned, and I was like, the music is. I was like, okay, cool, and that focus came through. Hit that elbow move, you know. I was like, oh, I think that part of the beat's coming back. I'm strong enough to, I could bam, bam, bam. Okay, cool. You know, even the way I come up, I turn around and come up. It's like, so like, I'm like, how am I get out of this? Switch. Okay, cool. Get out. And I knew it. That moment I knew it. And I'm smirking. That's because I knew it. That's what happened in my mind.
Sheesh.
Even at the end, I was like, and I turn around. I'm like, bring it. Because I know I got this.
Sheesh. Cat, man, let me bring it back for you, bro. Let me bring it back, because that's a moment in history, bro. Netherlands.
45 seconds.
And you see how the crowd is focused. The crowd is like, yo.
Good one.
Check. Yo, he's zoned out.
Yo, that was like, if you want to do like some anime references, that was Ultra Instinct right there. That was literally on some Ultra Instinct, like, dude. Because I remember after this round, I didn't even remember what I did. I just remember that Bruce came through, said whatever he had to say, and I was like, okay, cool. Remember, like in Montreal, remember what you love, and then the beat started, and I just like, something in me was like, yeah, cool, I got this. Like, I'm just gonna. It was flight landing, Neo in the Matrix, seeing the numbers, because it didn't. I remember that solo didn't feel like I was trying to do something. Mm-hmm. It just felt like I was going. Everything made sense. Just everything made sense. Mm-hmm. If you do this is gonna hit here, and then that's gonna take you here, and then you're gonna fall on the floor, and then it made sense. It was effortless.
And I feel like that's the feeling that we look for every time that we dance.
Yo, there's not a lot of times.
Not a lot of times
in your lifetime, like that you really get to that. You, like, example, Rashad, when he battled you, you pulled that out of him. You know, and I remember like he fell in that place. Like, boom. Not a lot of time in your life. You'll dance great, but that's like dancing fully aligned. Effortless, not trying anything, just like it just makes sense. So that's why I turn around, look at him, and I'm like, yo, bring it. Like, dude, I don't care what you do, you will not be able to top that. And we're going neck to neck. Like I had to go first. So I was going first round, throw something, and he comes with something solid. I was like, damn, okay, cool. Something else, then he does something even nicer. And it went like this. And I was like, dude, I don't know what to do. I'm pulling out bars. I'm trying different styles. I'm trying this. Why can't this dude just fall? Like, it doesn't work. And then that round, like I said, Ultra Instinct moment. Chase. That was the hardest battle for me. And then when I passed through that in the finals, when I was battling in the finals, I was still in that state. And it felt, I mean, the finals was also like, you know, the other dancer was Slim Boogie was, great mover. But it just felt like, okay, yeah, I got this. I'm winning this competition. Well, I would say the thing the thing that happened, I don't know if it was a strategy to capitalize, but it was more like at that moment, I realized that I can sit in my pocket. So throughout the whole competition, I can do different styles. So I'm playing with different styles. I'm showing different things and showing how versatile I am, and trying to like be like like a commando, like I'm pulling like a knife and like different things. And then after that round, I was like, but sit in what you do best. And that's the moment in that competition. I was like, I have that freedom to really be myself and be creative, because on the spot, I did some creative floor thing, and I was like, okay, cool, I can be creative. I don't know if you mind, but maybe the finals.
Which one?
It's against Slim, and I think it's second round. I get in the corner, and then I'm starting to like mime as if there's a wall.
And we talking to dance for real, for real.
So it's basically, I was like, yo, you free, man, do whatever. So I'm touching a wall, boom, boom, knocking at the door, like boom, touching the other wall. So because of the battle before, I just felt like I could get to that creative space, and whatever I did, it felt as if whatever I was gonna do that day, or after that semifinals, it was gonna work. It just felt like everything was connected for me at that moment, right after that Crystal battle.
Yo, that's the thing. Like, the way the crowd is just zoning in on your movement is, that's a different type of attention. Wait.
Now, I'll ask you for that second round. That would be the last one. I think to answer again your question is that I felt like I was free. After that round, I was like, I'm free. I can do whatever is going to work. Like freestyle here, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm on my back. What am I doing? And those are not bars that I worked on before. It's just like it's coming out as I'm going. Yoga pose to get out of that. So I was in my bag. I was in my control bag right after Cristo.
Third round.
Yeah.
My brother was in his Birkin. He was in his Birkin bag.
What's a Birkin?
Oh, that's a different type of tax bracket. That's why.
Ça répond à la question? Yeah. Ouais. Okay. So yeah, that's it. It's like right after that, I just felt I did not have a strategy, but it unlocked something. Again, like a geek anime reference. It's like I opened my gates.
Rock Lee.
It's like I opened my. It's like the gates. Is like
8 gate.
Exactly.
Boom, all right. Yo, bro, so you just talked to dance. All right. Thank you for that. And now, as a token of our appreciation towards you, we got a little gift, a little giveaway, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A little giveaway. That's a little gift from our partnership with Luxury 7. I'm saying.
Who?
Luxury
Okay.
7. Boom. Here you go. I ain't going to tell you what it is. You're going to figure it out in a few seconds.
Okay. You have the proper size though? Okay.
Okay.
He knows.
Okay, we do our homework out here.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
See? That's some clip shit right there. Ooh.
I'm rocking this like I have my Converse. I'm rocking this right now.
And boom, you see the rose?
Who did that?
You see the rose?
Yeah.
Boom, came from Luxury 7. And I call this episode The Rose That Grew From Concrete. Clean your shoes, custom your shoes, repair your shoes. call up Luxury 7. Hit him up on Instagram, on Facebook, all socials. Know what I'm saying? But wait, let me see that real quick. Yeah, that shit looking tight, bro.
That's nice.
I think I want it for myself. I think I'm going to keep it.
You don't even wear a size 13.
I don't care. That's a piece of art. That's art, bro. Fam.
That's nice.
That's nice. But on the real though,
Yo,
I'm gonna play you for that second shoe though. I'm gonna play you for that second shoe. We got a little game out here that we like to do, and I mean, if you don't win the game, we keep the shoe, and because it's art, bro. So we're gonna keep it for ourselves.
all right, cool. So let's play the game, and then we'll see if you're able to keep the shoe.
I bet. So the game is called The Art of Storytelling. All right.
Okay.
So get where I'm going.
All right, cool.
We're gonna give you 5 words.
All right, cool.
And you got to make a coherent story from those 5 words.
All right, let's go.
But within a time frame of 15 seconds.
All right, let's go.
Boom. Okay, he way too confident, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that. He's way too confident. Wait, let me put my phone on the timer. Okay. Boom.
Cool.
So, Phet, give me a word.
Gagon.
Gagon.
But hold up. So I say it in French.
You can say it in French or English.
Gagon.
So because now we're going from that's Creole word.
I know.
All right, cool.
Gagon is. Do you want to explain what gagon is?
Gagon is hitting somebody with this part of your hand as strong as you can in the
Gow.
throat,
Gagon.
right in the neck.
Boom.
Gagon.
Look, give me a word. Jump. Gagon, jump. Jean, give me a word. Yoshi. Gagon, jump, Yoshi. I'ma say concrete.
Okay, cool.
And we need a 5th word.
Attends. On a quoi? On a Gagon,
Gagon, jump,
jump,
Yoshi, concrete.
Concrete.
And we need a 5th word. Phet, you want to do the honors?
Fall.
Fall.
Gagon fall.
Okay, cool. Bad.
Gagon, jump, Yoshi,
Cool.
concrete.
We good?
Fall.
We good?
Are you good?
I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1, boom.
While I was smoking that Yoshi, on a jump un patinet qui était senti fort, on l'a foutu une gagonne, puis il a tombé sous le concrete.
Yeah! Yeah! Yo, that was like 5.6 seconds, bro. What the fuck? Yo, that's the record right there.
Give me my shoe.
I gotta admit, here you go. You deserve the shoe. No, but yo, that's Montreal, bro. Franglish, bro. Yo, that's Montreal. Boom. All right. So,
All right, cool.
you got it.
I got
that
it,
was the
bro.
art of
Yo,
storytelling.
Like how many seconds though?
Yo, that was like 5.6. Shit. That was really fast. That was really, really fast. Boom.
Shit.
All right.
The name is How You Black, rhymes with breaking back, this and that. Matter of fact, I put fear inside your cataract. Arrête là.
That's why it was too easy for him. That's why it was too easy. We should have given him like 10 words, bro.
Now he's capitalizing on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We should have given him like 10 words, bro. What the fuck? All right. But yo, all right, so on va vers la fin de notre interview.
Okay, cool.
So the next thing is we have a challenge that we also like to post on our socials. And one of the challenges is for the people who just want to stick to the dance. When we post the episode, the Wednesday interlude episode of myself and Monster Pop dancing, we would like you to, do a little freestyle on the song that we use and post yourself on your socials and use our Instagram #WN. Know what I'm saying? And the other challenge for the people who want to take it a step further than the dance. So before I tell you what that other part is, Monster, first you got to tell us what drives you as an artist.
Oh, okay. Well, what drives me as an artist? I mean, for that, it's when I do my artistry, it's basically to express my existence. So it's kind of like a validation in front of myself and God that I exist. And that's simply because, I mean, I could go on to that, but it's basically that. It's just validation of my existence. Coming from a rough background, people want to validate themselves. So I was like, let me validate myself in front of this and myself with my artistry.
Boom. And that is a powerful statement. So you dance to validate yourself. Yeah. Boom. And as a challenge, I want to give y'all this. Before you perform a task related to your calling or related to what it is that you feel like you want to do in life, repeat those words. I am about to validate my existence. before you do a task that's related to what you want to do in life. Say it. Say, yo, I'm about to validate my existence. And you know what I'm saying? And notice if there's a difference in the way that you perform the task or the way that people receive the service that you're giving out. You know what I'm saying? And you could either keep that experience for yourself or you could share it with us and let us know how it works for you guys. And boom, that's the challenge.
Yep. That's a good challenge.
Yo, fam.
It makes just want to add to that. It's like when you get to that mind state, it kind of gives you that extra, just this extra, right? When you think about validating your existence, then you're like, well, I exist. So me existing come from what? And then you start thinking who invested their time and who, you just start connecting dots, you know, whenever you're about to do a task that's really difficult and you're like, all right, cool, I exist. And all that influence, all the things that makes that created me physically, the experience, the skills, the whatever, all of that. It's like you're grateful for that.
Yep.
You know? You're grateful for that. And then it just carries you, man. Just carries you.
So boom, yo, that's the challenge. And yo, as we conclude, Monster Pop, also known as Higher Black, also known as Milkshake for some reason.
Also known as Optimus, also known as Timus,
Sheesh.
also used to be known as COT.
Sheesh.
Also used to be known as, what else did I have? Did I have another one? I think that's it. Timus, Optimus. Yeah, man.
Alright.
Milkshake, COT, Andy, that's the real name, you know, government name.
So what's next for this, you know, fourth era? Where can we find you? Where can we get to know what's happening with you?
The fourth era is unapologetically manifesting myself, but I'm talking about more than dance. It's just like, without putting any pressure, trying to achieve other things that sometimes are not related to dance, but that's still related to art. It's just yeah, man. It's the Higher Black era.
Jeez, and where can we get in touch with everything that will be happening?
I think
with
for
Higher
the
Black?
for the moment, let's just keep it on a simple platform. Let's just keep it on Insta. I mean, other things will come out
Oh,
eventually.
you ain't on TikTok?
No, but I mean, you know, things will build, you know, without saying anything. But you know, other things will come out in different platforms. But just for the moment, just Higher Black Instagram. You know what I mean? Just keep it there, and then things will eventually show up in my info section.
Boom. So if you want to know what's happening with Monster Pop, follow him on all socials. Well, I mean, on Instagram, my fault. At Higher Black, HYA BLAK. Know what I'm saying?
Facebook,
Sheesh.
same thing. Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey, yo, Monster Pop, thank you so much for this time. Thank you so much for this interview. We really appreciate you. Yeah. And thanks again to GT for having us, for, you know, hooking us up with this dope ass, this dope ass this dope ass, you know. I mean, I'm losing my words, but yo, thanks a lot, GT, and thanks a lot to Monster Pop. And that was it. And we out. Chee-chee-chee!